most of the games on this trip, you guys have had leads and seen them go away. Is there anything to be said for the fact that the third period was your best period last game to maybe carry over into tomorrow?
The third period was our best period in that game. It needed to be our best period in that game. The first two were a little indifferent. We still have an opportunity with some bad luck, obviously, on Morrissey's broken stick to come out of the first two periods just down by one. But we don't handle that last 3 or 4 minutes very well, and we paid the price dearly for it. Third period was a little more about character and about grinding it out and finding ourselves. And as I mentioned before, I'm not sure if you asked me, Zach, or not, but what'd you learn about the team? Nothing, because I knew that was in the group. I'm glad I didn't learn the opposite, but it's a reflection of the character of the team. But we've just got to put a full game together. So I guess to answer your question, is that third period a precursor of things to come? We'll see. We've got to play the game. The task gets tougher, in my opinion, now. Back end of a trip, back-to-back games against two outstanding opponents that are really playing well. But maybe that's what we need as well.
First power play goal you got was Kevin maybe going off script is the right word, but you can't really practice the play that he made. Can that sometimes set up the next couple of passes when an individual guy can just make that play?
Yeah, he's, that type of execution often happens on the outside. So it's on the outside of the play, down and in. But it can happen from the inside, and a lot of it depends on where the opponent's stick is. Kevin took advantage of that, stepped inside, went down, and the puck came back up quickly. So it's a player that, being Kevin, that read the moment, made the right decision, and made a very good play. Now, the other two also had to execute. It was a quick one-touch tap, and they both did their job. So it was a well-executed goal.
It's a special day here for Justin Williams tomorrow. I know you coached against him for however many years. Just any memories of him as a person, as a player, that made him so special?
Well, ironically, all my memories are bad ones. But, saying that, I think when an opponent can recognize that and remember it, it shows you the impact that he as an individual had on the organization, the team, the championships, how hard he played night in and night out. And, we always thought that Justin was, Joe Pavelski was our Joe Pavelski, and the LA Kings had Justin Williams. They both drove their teams, maybe not the most gifted players all the time, but they played hard, they played situations well, they had good hands and smarts to go with it. And at the end of the day, all they wanted to do was win.
Well, practice today, Todd, every practice seems to have like a purpose or a theme. What were you trying to do today? I think I know.
Yeah, you've heard me use the word clean out here throughout the season, a flush. A lot of travel for us over the last couple of days and a lot of games coming up. As much as we'd like to grind and really work on things, it's not productive considering we're playing at 3 o'clock tomorrow and then back-to-back. So we call these clean-out days. The practice itself happened well before we got on the ice with some review and some situational stuff that we go through with the players.
Todd, period short in the bench, was it didn't like what you saw in that other line, or was it just a matter of trying to get something?
We had some momentum. We had established momentum with those three lines, so we went with it. We had pulled ourselves back into having an opportunity. If we didn't do that, we certainly would have rolled 4 lines based on fatigue and where we are. But right now with our group, we can't get the band completely back together. When we have maybe the top 2 lines going, there's a line missing at 3 or 4. And when 2, 3, 4 are missing, are going, one's missing. Same thing with the pairs on the back end. When we're scoring goals, we don't quite get the save or the defensive play that we need. When we're not scoring goals and getting that goaltending, it's vice versa. So it's just getting the band back in sync, and we're fighting and trying hard to do that. Players care. They're engaged. They're willing to put themselves out there. But at the end of the day, it's the polish that counts.